This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
Right, and that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds his man. It's Morales. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Floats it out in space. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Watkins. Trying to burn this defensive back. Picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you
hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner goes down. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. Looking downfield, it's Watkins. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback checking off. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
At the end of the first quarter, at the score, Texas A&M 10, Texas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. A run for the quarterback. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The burnt orange just smoked the Aggies the last time these two got together.
And anytime you get beat down by your rival, like Reese was talking about, it stings. And it's talked about for a long time, and your coaches do not let you forget it.
And these two teams feel it on the recruiting trail too, right? Texas's blowout win last year really helped them this past offseason, so they're looking to capitalize and see if they can go 2 years in a row.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
After the missed connection, it's second down. Past the first down marker and still running. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. This is a designed run. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Let's go!
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run for it on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to pass on second down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Watkins. Pocket starts to collapse. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the 1st down with the run.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They're testing the right side here. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
What's the score? Texas A&M 10, Texas.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
This offense has a second down play.
325.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Smashes through. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Wide out in motion. Calls his own number. He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Off play action on first down. On the move, he fires. And that pass is intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now on the move. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A first down for the offense. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's key. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Give to the running back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
To the air on first down. The throw. Finds him in by himself. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Aggies are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Quick release on the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, the ground game. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a design run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Loss of 2. Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Texas 21, Texas A&M
10. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of him. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Quarterback will audible. Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Touchdown, Aggies! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Watkins. Looking to the big tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Trying to get to him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He's got him, and they convert. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They move on top here in the fourth. Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's not going to make it. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
First down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Watkins. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. This quarterback part of their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43.
Get set, get set.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Motion from the offense. These corners backing off a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Stumbled to the ground.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Timeout, Texas.
Here on 3rd down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout,